Hello, my loves. Welcome to this mermaid-inspired mat Pilates class. You don't need any equipment, just yourself, your mat, and maybe a mermaid tail. So grab your mat and let's get started. We'll begin lying on our backs, so go ahead and take a seat in the center of your mat. Sit up nice and tall, reaching your arms long in front of you, and roll down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down to your back. Bend your knees and bring your feet flat on the mat and bring your hands to your rib cage, fingertips just barely touching. You can close your eyes here and we'll start by taking a big inhale in through the nose, expanding the ribs, and then exhale, release through the mouth. Again, big inhale in, expanding the ribs. And on your exhale, draw your ribs back together. Let's take 2 more breaths, just connecting to your body. One more big breath in, and exhale, release. Rest your arms down by your side, and one at a time, lift your legs up to your tabletop position. We'll go into our double leg toe taps, so lower both toes down towards the mat, and then lift back up to your tabletop. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Keeping your ribs connected to your hips the whole time, and try not to arch your back as you lower your legs. We want to maintain the same shape in the legs the whole time. Really think about hinging from your hip and using your lower abdominals to lift the legs back to tabletop. Good. Hug your knees in. You can rock from side to side, take a little rest here. And come back to your tabletop and open your arms out into a T, palms face down. Keep both shoulders down as you drop your knees over to the right, and then exhale back to center. Take it to the left, inhale, lower, and exhale back to center. Good, keep going. Keep your knees glued together the whole time, and really make sure both shoulders are staying glued to the mat. And you can press through your hands to help you here. Inhaling as you lower, and exhale, use your obliques to come to center. One more. And lift. Good. And hug your knees into your chest again. Give your low back a little massage. And next we'll go into our double leg lift series. So extend both legs up to the sky. Hands come behind your head, elbows nice and wide. And on your exhale, come up to an ab curl and inhale, lower. Good. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Try to keep your ribs knit together even when you lower your chest down here. And if it's too much to straighten the knees, you can have a soft bend in your knees here. Hold your next one up. We add a leg lower and lift and lower your chest down. Good. Exhale, lift. Lower your legs without arching your back. 2 more like that. Gaze straight between your thighs. Hold this next one up, and we just lower and lift the legs. Exhale as you lower, and inhale to lift. And only lower your legs as far as you can without arching your back. Keep the elbows nice and wide. Can you lift your chest a little bit higher? Last one, exhale, lower and lift. Lower your chest and hug your knees in one more time. Nice job. And we'll go into our roll-ups. So extend both legs long on the mat. Feet are flexed about hip distance apart. Reach your arms overhead. And on your exhale, lower your arms, peel your spine off the mat, and round forward like you're rounding over a giant beach ball. And then roll down one vertebrae at a time. Arms float overhead. Good. Again, exhale, peel your spine nice and controlled. Belly button to your spine and reach your hands away as you roll down with control. We'll take 2 more like that. Make sure you're using your core to lift, not momentum. And reach energy through your heels the whole time. Good. Last one. Find that C curve as you round forward and lower down, nice and controlled, arms overhead. Good. Let's do one more just to come up to seated. Stack your spine and relax. Come down onto your forearms. Make sure your chest is nice and lifted and extend both legs up to the sky so you're in a V position. On your inhale, drop your legs over to the right, circle down and around, and lift to the left. Hold, we reverse. Lower to the left, and exhale, lift to the right. Good. Keep going, making sure your chest is lifted the whole time, and you're squeezing your inner thighs together, energy through the toes. And again, make sure you're not arching your lower back here. So if you can't lower your legs that far down, that's okay. I'd rather you keep the core engaged and lower back nice and supported. Hold at center, bend your knees, and come all the way back down onto your back, hugging those knees in. Take a breather. And next, we'll go into our side lying bananas. So extend both legs long on your mat and come onto your left side. Legs will be parallel, stacked on top of each other. Your left arm is extended, palm facing down. On your exhale, press through both palms, lift your chest and your legs up to a little banana pose, and inhale, lower down. You can also pretend you're a mermaid swimming through a giant shipwreck. Good. Exhale, use your obliques and squeeze your inner thighs together the whole time like you're wearing a mermaid tail. Make sure you're lifting your chest and your legs evenly here. And we'll do one more. Lift, hold, and lower down. Good. Take a little rest. You can stick with this, or for a challenge, flip your bottom palm up. Lift your arm with your chest and lower down. Good. Exhale, lift and lower. A little bit harder now that we don't have the support of that bottom arm. And you might notice you may not lift as high. That's okay. 2 more. And last one. Lift, shoulders down, lower down, and relax. Good. Moving on to our clamshell series, because what's a mermaid class without some clamshells? So bend your knees. You can come up onto your elbow here. And I want you to lift your shins, point your knees down to the mat. Exhale, open the top knee, and inhale, lower down. Keeping the toes glued together, and really use your outer glutes to open that top leg. Also think about reaching your top hip down here, so you're lengthening the waist the whole time. Good. Remember to keep your shoulders relaxed here, no tension in the upper body. And you might not open your knee that far, that's okay. Just make sure you're really engaging that outer glute. Little squeeze when you open and close with control. Hold your next one open. We extend the leg, toes together, and lower down. Good. Exhale, open, extend the leg, together, and down. Good. Keep going like this. Really reach energy through your toes when you extend. And try to get a little more rotation each time. 2 more like this. Keep your core engaged here too. On your next one, hold it up. Lower your leg down to the front corner of your mat and lift. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Good. Try not to lose that rotation as you lower the leg. Keep breathing. We're almost there. Last one. Exhale, lift. Toes come together and lower all the way down. Nice job. Let's take a stretch. So come on up to seated. Bring your right leg across, hug it into your chest, and twist over your right shoulder, getting a nice stretch in the glute here. Sit up nice and tall through your spine. Relax your shoulders. Breathe. And gently release. Let's go into a modified version of side bend mermaid. So come to kneeling, extend your right leg, left palm comes to the mat, and then reach your right arm long overhead. Feel a nice stretch here, and on your inhale, sit your hips back, lowering down to the mat, and exhale, press your hips forward as you come into that side bend pose. If this is too much on your knee to lower down, you can just hold the stretch here and enjoy. One more, lower down. Last one, press your hips forward, reach even deeper this time. Hold. Enjoy the stretch here. And gently lower back down to the mat. Beautiful job. Turn to face the side here and let's sit the hips back for a little child's pose. Lengthening the spine and relaxing the back. And from here, come onto your stomach and we'll go into a little mini swan. So palms right under the shoulders. Roll your shoulders down and back. Inhale, press through your hands to lift. And exhale, lower. Make sure you're lifting your belly button to your spine here and engaging the glutes to support your lower back. And you want to think about using your back to lift your chest rather than pressing with your hands. So your hands are just there to give you a little more range of motion. Two more. Inhale, lengthen through your spine as you lift. Lower with control. And last one, lift. And gently lower down. Good. Now extend both arms long overhead. Belly button to your spine. And on your inhale, lift your chest, your arms, and your legs up. And exhale, lower down. Good. Try to lengthen before you lift. So fingers and toes are reaching in opposite directions here. And lift. Control on the way down. 3 more here. lengthening more with each rep. Belly button to your spine. Last one, lift and hold, and we flutter the arms and legs to swim. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it center and gently lower back down to the mat. Good. Sit your hips back to your heels for another child's pose. Really lengthening out the back here to get a nice stretch. Come onto your stomach again, and we're going to go into our full swan. So hands can be under the shoulders or slightly in front, depending on your flexibility. Toes are pointed, press your hips into the mat, belly button to your spine, roll your shoulders down and back, and on your inhale, press up to your full swan, shoulders down from the ears, and exhale, lower down. Good, belly button to your spine here, and feel a nice stretch in your abs. And we'll take 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, try to lift a little bit higher, shoulders down from the ears, open your heart, and lower all the way back down. Beautiful job. Sit your hips back to your heels for one last child's pose. Taking a moment to relax and stretch here. Come back up to seated, and let's take our side leg series to the other side. So come down onto your right side, legs are stacked, right arm down on the mat, palm facing down. On your exhale, press through your hands to lift, and inhale, lower down. Good. Remember, shoulders are down here, and you're using both hands to help you lift. Inner thighs squeeze together. 3 more. Exhale, lift from the obliques and lower with control. Good. And last one, hold and gently lower down. You can stay with that, or for your challenge, flip your palm up to the sky. And this time, as you press up, your arm comes with you. Hold and lower down. Good. A lot harder on the obliques for this one. Squeeze your inner thighs together and try to keep your shoulders down from your ears. No tension in the upper body. 2 more. Exhale, lift. And last one, lift and hold. And lower down. Relax. Let's go right into our clamshells. Bending your knees. Come up to your elbow if you want. And lift your shins. Knees point down to the mat. On your exhale, open your top knee. And inhale, lower down. Good. Remember to keep the hips stacked on top of each other here, so you're not rolling back when you open that top knee, and you're reaching your top hip down from your ribs to lengthen the waist. Good. Lift, little squeeze at the top, and lower with control. Remember to keep your core engaged here as well. Ribs are knit together. Two more. And hold your next one. Extend your leg up, toes together, and lower down. Good. Exhale, open. Extend energy through the toes. and lower down. Good, 4 more like that. Try to get more rotation each time. And energy through the toes as you extend. Last 2. Last one, hold, lower your leg to the front corner of your mat and exhale, lift. Good, maintaining the same amount of rotation the whole time. Inhale as you lower, exhale, lift. Good, just 3 more, we're almost there. And last one, lower, lift, toes come together, and lower the knees with control. Good, let's take our glute stretch here. So come up to seated, bring your left leg across, hugging your knee into your chest, and exhale, twist over your left shoulder, getting a nice stretch in your glute here. Remember to lift tall through the crown of your head, relax the shoulders, and breathe. Beautiful job. Coming into our modified side bend mermaid here. Come up to kneeling. Extend your left leg long to the side. Right hand comes down to the mat. And your left arm reaches long overhead for a beautiful side bend. On your inhale, sit your hips back down to the mat. And exhale, press your hips forward as you come into your side bend. Good. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. One more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press your hips forward, reach long to the side, getting a beautiful stretch here. Hold, and gently lower all the way down. Good. Let's finish class with none other than the mermaid stretch. So come into a stag position like so. Both knees are bent. Right hand comes down to the mat. Your left arm reaches long as you bend over to the right. Lift through center and exhale, bend to the other side. Good. Moving with your breath here. Make sure you press down on your opposite hip to really deepen the stretch. And we'll take one more each side. Go a little bit deeper if you can. Last one, hold. And back to center. Good, swing your legs around and let's take it to the other side. Left hand down to the mat, right arm reaches long, and on your exhale, reach up and over. Inhale as you come through center, and exhale, side bend. Moving with your breath, and pretend you're in between 2 panes of glass here, so you're just bending side to side. We'll take one more each side, embracing your inner mermaid. Moving with breath and grace. And lift up back to center. Let's come into a comfortable seated position here. Hands can rest on your knees, and you can close your eyes if you want. And let's just take a few shoulder rolls, releasing any tension in the upper body. And then drop your head over to the right, getting a nice stretch in your neck. And switch, take it to the left. And back to center. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Reach your arms long behind you and open your chest to get a beautiful chest stretch here. Gently release, give me a few more shoulder rolls, and we'll finish class like always. One big inhale, arms come up overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. Great job. I hope you have a amazing day, and I'll see you next time.